Black boy joy, she wanna see the Forbes like I wanna see her form. Tell me what you for, yeah, ayy, and pay me what I'm owed, yeah, 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 all this money on me, yeah, yeah, cash rolls all around me, yeah, yeah, all this money around me, yeah, yeah, cash rolls all around me, yeah, yeah. Sit brown till I'm flush time. My drip, real plush, huh? Internet tea off a blue pill. Hand grip stack of the blue cheese. Turn that to a bag at a new crib. Nice big spot by the seaside. I'm stressed on for a handout. Niggas ain't on what I be on. Niggas ain't on, need to rewrite. Yeah. Gold fronts to show the color of my soul. Fuck who you think you is, you got me in a mode. Where I'm from, we live and die by the code. Either that or sell your soul to get a roll. Black boy joy, she wanna see the Forbes like I wanna see her form. Tell me what you for, yeah, ayy, and pay me what I'm owed, yeah, 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 all this money on me, yeah, yeah, cash rolls all around me, yeah, yeah, all this money around me, yeah, yeah, cash rolls all around me, yeah.
Testing. What's up, y'all? We gonna go on and run that back. I'm Sherika Nicole. So welcome to Why Are You Still Single podcast. And tonight I'm super excited as we discuss why are black men afraid of marriage. I mean, you know, we all got our different opinions. That's gonna be on this panel. And I'm sure y'all in the comments gonna have y'all too. So we ready to go ahead and get it rolling. So to my right, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Tam, who is a healthy marriage and relationship advocate. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
You ready for this discussion?
Listen, let's roll.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. And to my left, I got my fabulous cousin with me, Shelby. Miss Shelby. You ready for tonight?
it is I'm gonna get.
Okay. And who just walked in? We got Miss Tracy.
Hi y'all. Hi.
What's up, Tracy? You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Go on and slide up and talking to that mic. All right, y'all. So we gonna go ahead and get started, and we gonna dive in. So to go ahead and close it off. Oh, wait. I cannot forget about my girl. I can't forget about my girl, Miss G. You know what I'm saying? Miss Tracy came in a little late and threw me off. You know, so I apologize, Miss G. You know, so I got my girl, Miss G. I got my girl Miss G virtually. You know, she always come in with them good topics. Her opinion I often agree with. So we gonna see what she say tonight and see if I'm gonna be in agreement. But you know, however it's gonna be, I already stated that these are our opinions. And this is how we feel when it comes to this topic. So before we get started, we gonna go in and dive in and we gonna take a look at this video. We gonna go on and take care. Oh, okay. Well, let me give y'all the call-in number if you guys want to come in and chime in on this topic. It is 424-234-8670. Again, 424-234-8670. You know, I'm going to give a shout-out to our producer, A1. He be doing the mostest, but he's good. He's good. So, y'all call in when we ready, when we diving in. So we gonna go ahead and take a look at this first video. It is between a husband and a wife arguing. And Lord, listen. Listen. This is definitely gonna have a lot of us with a lot to say. Go on and hit it.
My mama, but listen, my mama said I gotta pay no bills. I ain't paying no bills.
He gotta pay. What I want him to do is save his money and do what he needs to do with his money and not pay no bills.
Because all this soft shit you bring it to him, he still got the titty in the mouth. You let all that stuff go on.
No, you know what I know? You know, you jealous. You jealous of my son.
You
jealous of my son.
Only you will say some bull crap.
I don't know if you jealous or not, but I just know I ain't getting on my mama's house. Like, if I gotta get on my mama's house, you gotta put me on my mama's house at the end of the day.
Well, damn it, I'm gonna be carrying you. You got to go.
Oh, you don't mean you want to carry him out then if that's the case?
I'm gonna carry them out. I just shoot them on out. And
Michael, now you know good and damn well I'm not kicking my son out.
What point do you respect?
No, at the end of the day, I ain't worried about it like that. But at the end of the day, I'm here. I live here, so until I'm ready to get out, I'm gonna be here. So
at what point is you trying to? What's your plans for this man? What's
my plan is to stay in here as long as I need to stay in here. That's my.
And what if he 45, 50?
And he gonna be 45, 50 up in here.
Crazy as hell. Well, damn it, I'm gonna be out there.
Bye.
No, he's going. He's going
Get
to
the
go
stepping. Get the stepping. Because this is my only son. He ain't going nowhere.
That's what's
my only son. Shit.
You the one made him like this because yo weak ass.
You know what?
Made him.
Come and go. Your son is forever.
I see what I'm saying.
You better go.
I see what I'm saying. That's
right. And like I said,
you made him this way. You made him this way.
I ain't make him this way.
This is a product of your.
I ain't making this way.
Like I said, it ain't like he don't. This is your bad.
It ain't like he don't know how to get out here. Like I said, when.
I mean,
that was a lot.
I mean, the producer like rolling. I'm over here speechless. Like, I don't even know what to say. Look at Miss G. She over there sipping. Like, I don't even know how to come in. But I'm gonna go on and start with Shelby right here to my left. What you think about that video? Exactly.
There's just no way in hell that I'm about to let a child
talking to them
that I birthed, raised, took care of, come and dictate who or what I'm gonna allow in my house.
Right.
It's just not happening.
Tam,
grow up. That's what's wrong.
I think there's a lack of order.
There's a lack
of order.
It is.
Yeah. So she's putting her husband. She's putting her son before her husband, and 1 + 1 = 1 in marriage.
Right.
So when we get away from that equation, things like this will occur.
Right. Miss G, I'm gonna go on and go to you because I already know. What you got to say about this video?
Man or not, my son ain't finna stay in my house until he's 40 years old. I don't even know that logic. Man or not, but I understand what the dude is saying. I mean, that I don't know, that black male worshiping woman need to knock it off. These women who want to replace men with their kids and their sons is disgusting.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Tracy, how you feel about it?
Child, I can say this. I have 4 sons. And the youngest one, for whatever reason, feel like he's entitled to some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? But you're not.
Right.
I hope he's listening. I
Send him the link.
You, as a grown person,
Mm-hmm.
well, I'm speaking to the mama. Child, you better let that boy go.
Yeah.
Let him be a man.
Yeah.
Or he's going to be looking for a woman to take care of him the way that you are holding his hand and got him stuck on your titty.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
40 years old living at home.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Right.
That's you got to let these kids go and grow up and become the productive adults that we raised them to be. That don't make no sense.
Right.
We
Right.
raising them to be, though. She said that we raised them to be. If they're at 40 and we're still here, then
She
clearly
said he can stay there.
She said he
till
could
was
stay
40,
till he was
till
40.
he was
She said
40.
he can
Yeah, no,
stay
that's
And I heard
not
45, I
40,
think. But
45.
she went older.
Yeah,
but it starts
that's
as a
out.
child.
Yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
That's out. But before I go ahead and say what I got to say, I want to go ahead and say what's up to our Facebook. What's up to everyone on Facebook and everyone, whether on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure y'all subscribe, share, and make sure y'all commenting. We going to interact and we going to tag team and we going to see what y'all talking about in those comments. So I feel that because I am a mother of 2 boys. And my oldest, no, he's 24 right now. He's not in my home. And the reason why he's not is because he not on his stuff. And I refuse to take care of a man like that. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you get to the next level. But you cannot watch me go to work my business, drive your brother to school, and then I'm coming back home and you playing a video game.
Right.
That's
You
out.
sitting on my
You
couch.
just can't
Looking
do
the
that.
same way you
I
look
definitely,
now.
when I saw this video, I just was like, this is like you said, Tracy, you spoke to the mother, like she ought to be ashamed of herself. Like she is not preparing him, not even to run a household. She's not even preparing him for the
life,
world.
for real
Right.
world.
Like she's not
That's
even
somebody's
preparing him to
husband,
get out
future
there.
husband.
I don't know. It may be
No.
her
Maybe not,
husband the
or
way
not.
it's
Right.
lined
The
up.
way she got
But
it, that's her husband. He's
She's
staying
not
home with
setting
her.
him up for no type of success at all. I would not tell my son, yeah, you can stay with me till you 40 if you doing what you got to do. But no, my son not going to even want to stay with me because we've already been talking about that type of stuff.
Absolutely.
I got a 14-year-old. He already like, mama, when I get this age, I ain't going to be here. When I move out of my dorm, I'm going to get me a place, hopefully a house. Like he's
Exactly.
already talking like that. So, and then if this was her husband, I believe it was her husband, like how are you even leading? Like what happened when y'all was dating?
Right.
Like was this not a discussion when y'all was dating?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Because
he's
why
sitting there
did you
trying to figure
marry-
this out right now? Like,
You know what? It probably was a discussion, but he probably loved her to the point where he felt like he was going to deal with it. Wow. But now it's probably getting to a point where he's like, you know what? Enough is enough.
right.
And I've said this before on this show and on Night Talk that whatever you accept when you dating
Will
somebody
continue. Right.
is
What
not
you
going
gonna
to
get.
change once you get married. It is not.
Right.
So if she already showed that hand, then he really just dealing with it and stuck at this point.
Yeah, he's stuck with 2 children. 'Cause she hasn't at all
Yeah.
grown up herself
Yeah.
to allow her son to grow up. You have to grow yourself first. You
Right.
can't.
It starts with her. Like,
It starts with her.
What is she pouring into him or not?
She's not pouring anything into him.
She's pouring something into him now.
But it's toxicity.
Is it anything that's beneficial to him as a man, as a citizen? Not at all. But she's definitely pouring something into him.
You know what she probably lacked as a child? Love and
her
affection.
dad.
Absolutely.
So I think maybe.
Yeah. And so when you have your first son, sometimes we feel like those are our first loves.
Right.
And
we give.
And we give. And we give. And we give.
Somebody said now 2 children.
My first child was a boy. All my sons were born before my daughter. All my sons are responsible young men.
Because of what you poured into them.
Yeah.
You know, he got some emotional issues that we have to work through. But
yeah.
I think on top of that, right? You know, he knows better. He knows that he is not going to go out into the world and live off somebody else. He's not going to wait for nobody to feed him.
But those are conversations that you've had with him as a child, right? You didn't wait until
he got grown.
He got grown to start saying,
no,
right?
No.
You did that as a child. Absolutely.
You're going to know what your responsibilities are as a
the
growing
expectation.
Young adult. You're going to know what your responsibilities are.
Absolutely. As a mother of daughters, it's scary to watch things like that because those are who my girls will be encountering. Right?
Yeah. It's really tough out here, and which leads us into our topic: why are men afraid? To black men, let me make that clear. We are talking about black men. Why are they afraid to be married? And I'm gonna go on and start with you, Miss G. Why do you feel that black men are afraid to be married?
Well, I'll say a couple of things.
Okay.
One, because they're more of them are finally coming out the closet and being gay, and they don't want to be outright marrying a man in public. Two, they don't want to marry the trans woman that they sleeping with.
Come on, I knew you was coming with it. That's why I wanted to start with you first.
Three, most men don't want women that make more money than them.
Say that again.
They have an issue with that.
Yep.
And then 4, this is a positive for me. Men that see beyond the Bible, they don't want to get married. They don't feel like marriage is a necessity to be in a relationship, a loving relationship with somebody like me.
Woo. And Raw, that is not only in her town, because we got a lot of those
in our town.
In our town, for real.
Look up Oakland. They have a whole.
We have a lot of them out here in LA too, and it's unfortunate that those men that are in LA don't want to open their eyes and see that that's the case. But it is definitely a lot. A lot.
It's a lot of men
It's
out
everywhere.
Here.
It's everywhere, and it's probably.
P Valley showed y'all.
Yeah.
They out here looking like thuggish, ruggish bones.
Come on. Girl, when they sat at that table and he reached across and grabbed his hand, Lord, I was like, I can't watch this because this going to have me thinking every time I go out with somebody is you, when you always want to be with your homeboy and you going to smoke a cigar and all that. Like, what is y'all doing all the time? But that's a whole nother show. So we going to go on and bring it on back. But X-Loke17 said, in today's economy, what age do you think it's time for your child to move out? Or are we setting them up for failure? And that was more so in response to the video that we had. So you want to go first, Shelby? You look like you was ready.
I am.
What's the age?
Because I want to answer that. I have 2 sons. My oldest is 23 years old, and he actually moved out at 22, but he chose to. I never told my kids that they had to leave. I never gave them a specific timetable, like you got to be gone when you turn whoop-de-whoop. He had a girlfriend or has a girlfriend that he's been with for 5 years, and they decided that they wanted to go get a, and they did that. So you can't really put a timetable on when your kids should move out. Granted, some women say, you know what, when you turn 18, you got to get up out of here. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
That's not me.
And that's
I don't want to just push my kids out the door if they're not ready. If they're not ready mentally, emotionally, or financially.
Right.
For that matter.
But if they choose to go, like mine.
But if they choose to go, I'm going to support you.
Right.
And help you in any way that I can.
Right. Right. Yeah, mine also chose to leave as well.
I hope that answered your question.
So I don't think it's really at age. But I will say to the video that we just watched, with my son, that's when I'm putting you out. Like, that's not an option. Like,
40,
what you're going to be, it's no way. I mean, and he wasn't 40, but she said he can stay up to 40. It's like I said, my son is 24. He still has a key to my home. He can come home. His clothes is there. He has a whole room. But he knows how his mother is. So he chooses not to be there because he knows he's not, he got to step up to my standards to be under my roof.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So since he's not in my home, but I didn't tell him that he had to leave. He just know I can't be in my mom's house like this. He knows he can't smoke in front of me. He knows he can't curse in front of me. And I love that my children still have that respect for me in that aspect. I'm going to go on and do whatever I'm doing. Not to say I don't know what you're doing, but it's just not, I'm not going to do it in front of you. Absolutely. So he knows that. And I'm thankful that he doesn't want to be up in there trying to do whatever. You know?
Right.
You said what, Miss G?
No, I was reading Venus' comment. I was reading her comment when she said she'll never understand people who watch P-Valley, a show for entertainment, mentally think this about true life and question a man's moves. Girl,
that is everything. Okay, let me just
real life.
Let me just say this. I work in the entertainment industry. I work in, and I read scripts. I read when they send them. The first page said this is based on a true story.
Wow.
Period.
The names, the people, and such is fiction. But this is based on that's where I work at. I work in the entertainment field. These movies and these shows, these writers are bringing their stuff to the table, and it's about experience. So that's how. Absolutely. And I see it every day. I read scripts. They are in my inbox. I wish I can show y'all. I wish I could. And they say, based on a true story. We changed some things, but that's how. And I really believe it's a lot of men out here moving like that. And I know it is because I have a couple of friends that are like that, and they only mess with married men. That's a whole nother, like I said, it's a whole nother topic.
Absolutely. Can we bounce back to
go ahead, let's bounce it back.
Why are black men?
Yeah, that's what we was waiting. So you can go ahead and go.
For a man, right? But I have spoken to a few men today and asked them that question. And the responses, like this one text message I received, he says, black men aren't afraid of marriage. He said, black men are afraid to marry the wrong woman. That's one person. Another person said that women got sneaking down to a science, and this hot girl summer bull perpetuates it, right? So I don't think that men are afraid to be married. I think they are afraid, or they don't want to marry the wrong person, because if this is who I'm supposed to be with till death do us part, I want to make sure that, hey, you're being a wife. You know how to be a wife, right? And being a wife doesn't start once you say I do. You are a wife before you become his wife, right? And so the practice that comes before saying I do has to take place, and he needs to see that before even asking you those things. So we have women out here that are doing things that just aren't wife material. They think they can do what they can do until, they get to the point of saying I do.
Please don't be up here mammying.
I'm not.
Oh, no. You blaming us?
I'm not blaming us at all. I'm a woman. However, there's two sides of the story, right? So as a woman, no, I'm not siding with men and I'm not siding with women. But what I do know for sure is everyone's opinion comes from experience, right? Mm-hmm. So my experience with relationship, marriage, divorce, all of that brings me to where I'm at today. I know that in my marriage, I wasn't 100% all the time. So I'm not going to sit here and point my finger at my ex-husband and say, it was you.
Right.
Right? So I'm not taking side. I'm telling truth. I'm just being honest. And if we all can just be honest, I think we'd have more people in the world that's willing to say I do. If we can step outside of what mama taught us, grandmama taught us, and get to what works for our household, what works for me as an individual, what's going to work for me and my honey, then we can move forward in this thing called marriage, right? We got to get back to the fundamentals of what marriage really is and stop thinking that we can just throw in the towel just because he don't put his underwear in the dirty clothes hamper, right? Come on, y'all. We got to get better than that, woman or man.
But I just think in today's society, period, it's like no fight. It's no fight.
You're
no fight because
right.
it's just everybody just feel like, oh, it's like, oh, I don't want this soda. I'm going to pick up. I don't want the Coke. I'm going to get the Dr. Pepper.
Right.
Oh, the Dr. Pepper ain't working. I'm going to pick up a Sprite. Like,
absolutely.
This, so I don't know.
Well,
but yeah.
I'm going to say this. Sometimes the fight ain't worth it. I've been in plenty of relations. I ain't going to say relationships because we ain't sell nowhere. But in these relations, when you get to know a person, you'll see that he's not husband material. Right. I might be doing all the wifely duties that I'm supposed to do because I know how to be a wife, but he not being a husband. He's not giving me those husband attributes.
Both sides, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm out. The ship is sailed. Go on about your business.
Absolutely. That's
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to fight for somebody that's not fighting with me, that's outside the household doing other things other than in a relationship with me. You know what I'm saying? Why am I fighting for you when you fighting for a whole nother woman? You over there fighting for other females. You ain't even fighting for me. I'm your main girl, but you got.
Well, you should be the only girl. Right. You should be the only girl. Not even the main.
No, I'm just saying, I'm your girl, but in the situations that I've been in, I find myself being, and honestly being, I'm the dude, you the main girl, but I got this girl over here. Yeah, I was told that. Wait a minute. I'm finna go, nigga. Bye. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people that will go for that.
Yeah.
They'll be that second choice or that I'll be your main girl, but you can have what you want. I'm not her.
Yeah.
So I'm not fighting for that.
Right.
I'm not finna put all my eggs in your basket. You're not giving me a reason to, especially when you tell me that I am number 2.
And that's why I say it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I mean, in the dating and courting process before getting to a point of saying I do says, I am going to date you to see who you are. Like, are we compatible, or are you someone that can go past what you see today, right? You may see, my shape, my face. I may be pretty. I have a good job. I make good money.
Right.
But where am I going? Are you able to be suitable and not just compatible? Because compatibility change in the moment.
Right.
But suitability is what takes us in the long haul.
And I always say that, like, when guys like compliment, like, oh, anything can happen. Like, I can get into the accident tomorrow and just be are you gonna be there, or are you gonna be gone because you keep talking about what the outer appearance?
Right. And you will leave if that's what you're there for.
Exactly. So Miss G was about to say something before you started,
sorry,
Tracy.
baby.
No, you all good. What's up, Miss G?
I just had a question. So where do y'all get y'all guidance on what marriage is? Because I be wanting to know that. Because my thing is, people frown down on open marriages, but open marriages are the most honest to me on what's going on, what's really been going on.
I agree.
Because we have never, I don't care what anybody sit up here and say, nobody has actually seen a real healthy marriage.
I have.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Hold on.
From back,
My parents been married since I've been here.
From back in the day, They was having kids on the side and all that. So I'm trying to figure out, what are you calling? What is your guideline of a marriage?
That's what she's asking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So defining healthy doesn't mean that we always get along, that we always see eye to eye, that we're always in good standing. Marriage is one who has effective communication, one that knows who they can go to for godly, wise counsel, one that knows when to stop, when to be quiet, when to speak, what to do, what not to do. That is a healthy marriage. I've seen multiple healthy marriages.
Yes.
And that is, and we can go back to you saying, where do we get good marriages or healthy? The Bible, the Word, Adam and Eve. It starts right there. He gives us a map. There's a roadmap as to what we are supposed to do and be as a wife, as a woman. So I'm talking about Tam. As I said, our opinions come from our experiences, right? And so my experience biblically and in the Word and church and all of that, that's what I'm going to give regardless. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't make me right or wrong. It doesn't make anyone else right or wrong. It's just our experience.
So who married Adam and Eve?
God put them together. So if we go back to Genesis, we could talk about what he did.
But were they married? I thought you needed a witness and a person there to be married, though.
So were
they married?
They never said they were married, right?
So what is marriage?
Western world
what is marriage? Marriage is, think about the stories in the Bible when they say, and they went into the tent and they were married. What did they do? They had sex. So I don't know how many people we've had sex with, you've had sex with. Yeah. So it's a whole, that's a whole nother topic. You do know that, right?
It's definitely a whole nother topic, but Ms. G is definitely gonna go there every time.
Because I'm just asking the question, because when we talk about marriage, if you talk about anything outside of because you can't use Adam and Eve as the example of the marriage and then frown on an open marriage, which would be the same dynamic as what Adam and Eve did. They didn't have no preacher right there in front of nobody, in front of them, marrying them. They didn't have a certificate. They didn't have a license. They didn't turn it into a city hall. So I'm just asking.
Right, but I think you're bringing it more into where we're at today. Modern day. So God he says, I am that I am, which is all encompassing. He is the marriage certificate. You know what I'm saying? He is all of what's needed.
Why do we have to go before a judge or witnesses to marry?
Because we are where we're at
if
today.
We can't just say, if we can't just get into a relationship and say, you know what, we're married now because we've consummated this and I love you, you love me, and we do X, Y, and Z like we're married, so we are married. It's not the same, right? So
by just saying it?
Yeah.
No, not by just saying it, but consummation is marriage.
Oh shit! I've been married a lot,
and so that's why we have to. And you know what? And that's why I say that's a whole nother topic. But that's why we need to learn how to spiritually divorce all those people we've slept with.
I have done that.
You definitely have to be. You definitely have to be. So, do we got a caller? We got a caller. Okay, who we got on the line? Woo. You said, wow, why y'all hate me? And I'm like, whoa. Is the caller on? I said, what's up, caller?
We did.
How many times I got to say it? Caller? Hi.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Yes, it's Derek.
Hey,
what's going on?
Oh, Derek.
What's happening?
Shoulda known. Shoulda known. Shoulda known you was calling me.
You know, the only reason I did because, Miss G is out of control. I mean, talking all that. I just want to talking all that. Trying to talk all that about the men, all that stuff she's saying was inconducive to getting the show to make something make sense. I just called in and told the sister in the blue that I appreciate her saying what she had to say and keeping it where we both understand each other. It's neither one of their faults, and I appreciate what she had to say. I want to call in and tell her, don't let Miss G fool you into that womanist, feminist, educated stuff she talking about. The men ain't afraid of no money. You don't care, it ain't our money. We can't spend it. We ain't worried about no money. That's what I say. I appreciate what you had to say.
Wait, where did the money come in at?
because they said that.
Because she said that Miss G said was scared of men. Men afraid of men making more money than men. All that same rhetoric she stay on our show constantly, and there's no end result to what she's talking about. What she's talking about ain't nothing.
So again, okay, Derek.
Ain't no end result with that.
Derek, when I first started, I said these are our opinions. This is how she feels. This is why black men to her don't want to be married. That is one of her reasons. It's because of money.
Well, that's the black man she messing with. That's what that is. And you listen to what she got to say, you can pretty much understand why they don't want to mess with her. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. She's sitting on the top of that dog.
Nobody about to play with
everybody but herself. Okay, anyway, that's all I want to say. I'm getting off now. The lady in the blue, I want to tell you, I want to thank you for your opinion. I'm out. I ain't trying to hear that, Liz G. I'm out.
Bye.
Hey, y'all noticed that the money part triggered Derek and not the
and that's the part I never get about some of the men on the show. Why the money part always trigger them, but that's just me. But Erica,
she wants to know about my comment about marriage worthy.
Lindsay?
I'm not saying that.
Wait, was you that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not saying that there isn't somebody for everybody, because
said it too.
There is somebody for everybody. But what the topic is why men are afraid. Yeah. A lot of grown men see women who act a certain way or dress a certain way or how they interact with the male species. Mm-hmm. You know, they're in everybody's face or they this. So a lot of men don't have trust. So that's one main reason why men don't want to marry, because they can't trust.
That's it.
They don't, and
they don't even know how to. And they don't even know how.
They don't know how to trust women because
and it starts at home.
They haven't had an example.
It not even just starts at home. Social media has taken over everybody's minds, and all the memes and all the quotes and all the this and that.
And we're saying marriage goals off of something that we're just
you're basing your goals off of something
nobody else goes. I don't know if she getting dragged
behind.
Yeah, I don't know if she getting dragged.
People don't take the time to get to know people.
Yeah.
And you have to have a courting phase.
It's no more courting. I was just about to say that.
Back in the day, they courted, right?
Yes, they did.
My grandparents were married for over 60 years. My aunt and uncle were married over 30 years. Mm-hmm. My mom has been married over 20 years.
Yeah.
There's a courting period where you have to really dive in and get to know who you are dating. Yeah. You have to know them people when they're angry. You got to know those people when they're happy. You got to know those people when they're broke. You got to know those people when they're not feeling
that's
at
when
their
you
best.
really know the person.
Because that's when you know a person. And if you can't love a person through a mood disorder, you can't love a person when they're down on their luck. How can you love a person?
Right.
Because love is unconditional, right?
Exactly.
And if you don't love someone unconditionally, don't get married.
Yeah, if you're not ready to serve,
man or woman,
if you aren't ready to serve, you aren't ready to be married.
Exactly. Say it again.
If you are not ready to serve the other person, what they need and not what you need, because oftentimes we feed our need to them.
I just told somebody that today,
and sometimes it's unconscious, but you know, we're like, I'm trying to get him to see that all I need is, but that's not what he needs. And the more we feed his need, is the more he'll be open and available to feed our need.
And that can go both ways.
That
go both ways.
He
has to be. He has to be open. And I just told somebody
you have
today.
Actually court each other.
Yeah.
People don't know.
They meet today and in the bed tomorrow.
Right.
You know, or
take
tonight.
Your man on a date sometime.
Tonight.
Buy your man something.
Yeah.
Don't just always expect here, give, and take.
Exactly.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's
I truly don't believe that men are afraid of marriage. They're just afraid of marrying
of women,
of black women, and most of them.
Wait, they're afraid to marry black women?
Well, I mean, they have.
Wait. Go ahead. I'm trying to hear it.
I agree.
Go ahead and say it. Because I didn't get to ask you because we stopped at you, I think, with why man. Okay, so go ahead, Tracy.
I just think that because I had a conversation with somebody yesterday that I met. He worked for the Clippers or what have you. And I was telling him about the podcast, and I hope he tunes in. But he was like, I'm not afraid to get married. I'm just afraid to be with black women. Y'all have attitudes, and you know, I'd rather be with somebody of a different race than to deal with a black woman's attitude. And I, of course, was offended, but I can't be because we do have attitudes.
Yeah, and men have preferences just like we do.
Yeah.
Again, his experience brought him to that opinion.
Yeah. I have a cousin. He's not married to a black woman. You know what I'm saying? I have my son. He's not married to a black woman. I have 2 beautiful grandchildren, but for whatever reason, none of my sons are with black women.
But did they grow up? So, like, I have a couple of cousins that aren't married to black women, but it's because of where they were raised at, like Calabasas and Westlake. It was
the company.
Oh, okay.
Right
I just asked. I just asked.
My children were raised right here.
Well, they like who they like.
And they like who they like.
And
I don't have a problem
and she
with
said that earlier. You have to do what works for you.
Women.
Right.
My brother does not date black.
There's a lot of men
that
do not want to.
women.
But in his defense, he said black women don't like him.
I agree, Erica.
And then there are
a black woman's attitude is not an excuse to cop out.
It's not because somebody can handle it.
Everybody got a damn attitude.
Everybody.
Spicy. It's called spicy.
Men have attitudes.
Spicy.
Okay, men have attitudes.
She said spicy. She said spicy. They be spicy.
They wake up on the wrong side of the bed
They
too.
have attitude, but they call that spicy instead. Instead of
it being an attitude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They give it a different name. But again, they from a different race. And then you got the men that are marrying other men.
That's what Miss G said.
You know,
they are.
They marrying other men. They don't want to be with.
And they in the church, and a lot of people don't want to talk about that either.
Wait a minute, yeah, I was gonna say, girl.
So before we get to that, though, we gotta. Before we get to that, we gotta. No, I said not yet because we got a caller. I don't have an issue with it. We have a caller. So what? I got you.
How y'all doing?
Hello. I got this. What's up, caller? How you doing?
How y'all ladies doing today? Can y'all hear me?
We can. Very clear. State your name, please.
My name is Mr. Dot Snagglepuss. How y'all doing?
Mr. Dot Snagglepuss. Okay, how you doing?
Mr. is my first name. That Dot is my middle, and Snagglepuss is my last.
Okay.
Mr. Snagglepuss.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I've been listening to the show, and I just want to, comment on some comments that were said. One of the ladies said that, women be giving wifey material or giving all these wifey attributes out to the men, and they're not giving them no husband qualities. Well, most women think they're wife material, but if they mama ain't been married to their father for 50, 60 years, they're a prime example. They didn't have an example of good wife or to be a good wife. The example of a good wife. And a lot of these women in their mind, they think they're good women, but they're not.
Right.
They're lazy. They really lazy. Mm-hmm. And they expect for the man to compensate for them financially, emotionally, spiritually. Everything is about them after they get into that relationship.
But it shouldn't be, because they should have been doing all that before they even.
That was the wife before you become his wife. A wife before you're his wife.
You should already be doing that. You should never go into something looking for someone. I mean, if anything, they should be adding to what you've already doing. I mean, I just said that too last night.
If that sufficient other or that other person isn't, enhancing your life in every aspect, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, you shouldn't even be with that person.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Still single.
But most women feel a relationship the moment after sex. If the D is good, you my man. I'm already thinking about the wedding bells. Who gonna be there? Yeah, we go together. And if y'all have unprotected sex, y'all married.
Right. No, I definitely agree.
No.
I say that all the time on my show.
That is the biggest deal breaker. If you have an unprotected sex with a person and go out and have sex with another person, you just cheated. But if you go out and have sex with a person and use protection, you just practicing safe sex. But as long as you're not married, the whole relationship is playoff season. The whole situation, because the man of your dreams can come out of nowhere, and you will leave that nigga and drop a dime and say, "I am so sorry, we wasn't meant to be. I found my true love. I'm sorry."
I'm glad I'm not that woman.
No, what? I was like, who is that? What?
Every man.
No,
every
this is
woman,
your experience? Because I'm like, what? What you say,
no. Every woman has her ideal.
Not every
how do you
woman.
say?
You
No,
gotta say
every woman.
No,
has her
you
ideal
cannot
man.
say. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. You
Every
cannot
woman.
say that. You can say
Yes, they do.
the women
because
that you have encountered, that you've had in conversations with. You can say that, but me and you never had a conversation before on that level.
Every black woman,
No, that is
every
false.
black woman over the age of 21
That is false.
and is not in a committed relationship with
false.
the first person
Probably
they
when
started
I was
dating.
10, write something down like that. But no, I
No.
disagree.
I'm
sorry,
I
sir.
disagree.
If you're not in a committed relationship with the first person you started dating, the first person, you only get one shot at a man. When you open your legs and you give it to him, if you're not married, you need to make him your husband.
How
because
do you make someone your
because
husband?
he's not doing nothing but spoiling your goods.
Okay,
he's spoiling your goods. Y'all think y'all think y'all white material, but your goods is spoiled.
Exactly.
Your goods is no good.
So the men,
and so
goods
his
are not
ain't either.
spoiled?
His ain't either.
No, a man can stick his wood in a thousand
Okay,
trees.
Snaggerpuss. Okay, Snaggerpuss. And when you was rolling when you first started, and I was like, I was in agreement.
No, don't disagree.
But
Don't
now,
fall in a full disagreement.
no, but now
don't fall in a disagreement. We can agree together. But you know.
He talking about his daughters. He not talking about us.
I don't know who he talking about, but it ain't me.
No. I'm talking about women, black women in general, especially black women.
You just cannot put all black women
No,
together.
because if you are upper age black woman and you're single, if you in your 30s and you single,
we not in that box.
No, if you in your 30s, 40s, or 50s as a black woman and single, you got no good. Your goods is no good. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your goods are no good.
We gonna thank you for calling in. We gonna end on that note.
All right.
Go ahead. All right.
See you later.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. Thank you for the laugh. I will say when you started off though, you was rolling. I was like, okay, I just said this last night.
But to put us all in a box,
you just went left. You know, I don't know. Wait. Venus said, "Bye, snack."
That ain't the feedback
So
that
Venus,
I don't know who he over there sleeping with.
I don't either. But
exactly.
If Venus had a question too, we'll get to that.
Which was a good one.
Do anybody want to comment to what
I do
something
not.
that Snaggerpuss said?
Because it was all over the place. It didn't make sense.
All over the place.
And you cannot. No one can automatically say every woman or every man. You can't speak for all these people. You can give an opinion about your experience.
You cannot give us your real. Your mama did not name you Snaggerpuss. So if you can't tell me what your real name is, you don't even know who you are. So why are you giving me your opinion if you can't tell me who you are? And then you want to put all black women.
He said your goods.
He lost me when he said lazy and attitude. Somebody in the comments like, now we lazy and we got attitude.
Well, who take care of y'all?
Right. How do you get here?
Who wash y'all clothes?
Wait a minute.
Who
How
cook
did you
y'all?
get here?
Yeah.
How did you get
You
here?
can't even trust the Snag. For one, he think that white women can birth black women.
Oh yeah.
Somebody that's psychologically
Yeah, I don't know where he came from, but okay. So we gonna
call him Troll. He's a troll. That's not your name. Ain't Snaggerpuss
it's
no
troll.
more. You a troll.
And trolls are really haters.
Yes,
he
hate black women. He hate his mama. He hates all black women. Period. Because you come in and put everybody in the same box. You don't have no respect for your mama and them or nobody.
Right, because his mama is
what he say? Mama black.
What was his terminology at the end? Y'all, I don't know what it was either, but
Yeah.
because we in here. So Venus had a question in the comments. Do you think men are afraid to marry you? Why or why not? I would say no. For me, I was proposed to. I would just say no, and at this point, I'm not dating. I've been single for a minute, so no, for me. I don't believe that they are.
I've been proposed to twice, but we end up moving together, and then that's like I said, you get to really know a person, and you get to see like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this for the rest of my life. Or you date a narcissist who is never wrong. They can't communicate. Everything is an argument. What are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing? Because now I have to just let you win so that we don't fight.
Yeah, no.
No one.
You can't be walking on eggshells in your own home. Horrible. You should be able to voice your opinion.
Yeah, I've been proposed to a few times.
Oh,
but again, like Miss Shelby said, once you find out, I mean, I've had some beautiful rings. You know, I still got a couple of them.
She said she got a couple of her rings. Okay,
but no, I can't, because psychologically something is wrong with you. And again, I just found out the word narcissist about 2 years ago. It just like, oh shit, there's a word for that?
Yeah, there's a word for that.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
It was about 2 years ago I found out what a narcissist was. I was like,
and I bet you've been seeing a whole lot of them lately.
Yes, and I've been running the other way.
And women are narcissistic.
They are.
They can be.
Yes, we can be.
Oh, yes.
Can be very.
And then Tam.
Disclaimer.
So
my homeboy had a question.
I'm gonna.
Okay, yeah. You talking about Roger?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I seen it.
I'll say there have been people or a person that was afraid to marry me. I think. Just keep it real, y'all. Listen. So when you are not in alignment with the person that is for you,
right?
If you are too much for them or not enough for them, the fear comes with if we were to get married, is this going to work?
Right.
So, and I was married for 14 years and in that relationship for 20. He wasn't afraid to be married to me.
Right.
So I guess I can say yes and no. But no,
yeah.
Today, at 47, no.
Okay.
Not the man that I'm around and not the man that I'm dating.
Right. Because you know what you want, and you going to date a certain caliber of a man anyway.
Yeah, and I'm able to, express that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. We have another caller. Thank you. I was gonna get. You know what, y'all? I'm about to get the producer out in a minute. Y'all gonna hear me going off on the producer. He's okay. So super chat. Yes, I was gonna get to that. Can y'all let me host the show or what? You know. Thank you, Roger. Thank you. So we going to the caller or we going to the super chat? Okay, we gonna go on into the super chat. All right. Why do you think men aren't afraid to marry women from other countries? African women, Asian women, and Spanish women, for example.
They are more submissive.
Go ahead, go on and say it, girl. Go on and say it.
Because they come in submissive. They don't come in with questions. They don't come in with opinions. It's whatever the man wants, whatever the man does to lead, they follow. And they're okay with that. They're okay with not speaking their mind. They're okay with agreeing to everything that man says because that man is paying the way.
But is that the definition of submission?
No. But what I'm saying is, he said, why aren't they afraid to marry women from other countries? Because those women are, one, submissive, two, willing to allow that man to take care of them and do whatever that man says because they're being taken care of. They can stay at home. They can raise the children. They can cook. They can clean the home. And when that man comes home, he is able to do whatever he wants to do without question.
Right.
You know?
So,
but Miss G, before I forget, I'm with you on that open marriage thing. I just want you to know that.
Thank you.
I'm so with that. Not for me. I mean, I don't want another man. Now, that's a whole nother.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, that's another.
Wait. That's another show.
I'm sorry. That's another show.
We can get into that.
That's another show. Cause
go
I
ahead.
have a problem with an open marriage if I can have another husband.
I don't want another man though.
Wait,
that's the
what?
thing for me.
You know,
I want my husband, and I want whatever we choose to bring to our home.
The table. Yeah, okay. Well, if he can bring home another woman, I can bring home another man.
Is that an
To each his own?
That's
to each his own.
We gonna be open. That's how open we gonna be.
Yeah, absolutely. To each his own.
Nah, we ain't bringing home nobody.
I ain't bringing home nobody either. But we gonna go ahead and let's thank Barbara Calhoun for a $50 cash app. Whoa. You don't got the clapping? Click. Yay. I'm that person in the back. Yay. All right, go ahead with your question, Miss G.
No, I was gonna answer. They're not afraid to marry them because they're visual people, and it's more of a visual thing. Most people are attracted to something outside of what they're used to. 50 Cent said it in a show that he did. So they quick to marry them because it's the visual concept. It's something different, something new. But at the end of the day, they get the same black man because they get divorced just like we do.
And they do. Thank you, Erica girl, for that super chat. Okay. All right. So did you answer to that? Did you want to answer that about the men marrying? Why do you think men?
I mean, it's a lot, but I was stuck on Shelby.
Yes,
Shelby saying that because they're submissive, because they're and when we use the word submissive, the unfortunate part is that it's looked at as something bad. Because
I didn't mean it to.
No. I know, but I'm saying that's how the world look at submissive as.
You was like your whole voice. You was like, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that.
No, not like that. I'm just saying the world looks at that word, use that word as something negative. Like, oh, she's submissive. That's a good thing. If you're doing it the right way. Submission doesn't mean you don't have an opinion. It doesn't mean that. You do have an opinion. It doesn't mean that you can't speak your mind. You can speak your mind. Right. So, I mean, that's the only thing that I wanted to add to it, not anything to why, because I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't either. Maybe they just give. I was about to say something nasty, y'all, but we don't. Because I know. Maybe they just do whatever they want them to do. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and thank Roger. Run it again, because he gave us another super chat, and he said, I feel that. He coming through. He said, I feel that we have to remove submission from the conversation and add cooperation. Do you think that would improve long-term committed relationships or fostering these relationships? Yes.
I like it.
I like that.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. Venus says, insert 2 snaps. I'm going to snap it up for you, Venus. But yeah, no, definitely come through with that. I definitely think you have to cooperate, and you have to be on one page and give and listen. And I think it's a lot of that not happening, even in relationships. Yeah. So and so people are not even courting. We already determined that.
They skip that.
Yeah, they just dating and just moving and not really getting to know each other. So I think that they're not even learning to do that at all.
Or you have people that are getting to learn a bunch of people and they confused. They don't know which person they want because they too busy trying to get to know everybody.
Right.
You have to take your time if you are on the path to marriage.
Right.
You want to get to know that person you're.
Erica said. She said cooperative is just as bad as submission.
When you guys say cooperate, I'm thinking like. I'm talking to my class, my little kindergarten class, like, you know what? I need you guys to listen, and you're going to do X, Y, and Z. Now, cooperate is not a good word for me. Like, yes, I'm willing to listen. Yes, I'm willing to bend. But when you say cooperate,
so the definition
compromising.
Well,
no, now say compromise. I can compromise.
Okay,
it's involving mutual. Yes, involving mutual assistance in working towards a common goal.
Yeah,
so that means you're working together.
Yeah, that's why I took it.
Right. So that's why I said
you just didn't like that.
She's like, no, don't use that word.
So we're cooperating together, not I'm cooperating listening to you.
That's where the serving each other. That's where that comes at.
I'm not about to play with y'all.
Co-operate.
I'm not about to play with
y'all. There you go, right there. Co-operate.
Right.
I like
okay,
it.
so we can cooperate. I'm good with that.
Miss G got a definition too. What you find?
Go, Miss G.
It says work jointly toward the same end.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of said when you talk. And you come and you find a common ground, right?
I like that. Cooperate, together, operate together.
Mm-hmm.
Like doing things as a team.
Right. You know why I said that? Because in school, the teachers like
you're not cooperating because you weren't.
That's why
you weren't coming into.
You done brought your child.
And that's just did, y'all. Hold on. This is a prime example of what people are doing in relationships. They bringing that childhood.
They're putting jackets that don't put a jacket on me that don't fit.
Exactly.
That don't fit.
Right.
Well, we got another caller. We got another caller.
Oh, Shelby.
We got another caller. And Roger, we gonna go on and we gonna read that when we get through with our caller. What's up, caller? What's up? What's your name? State your name.
Hey, Sherika. This is Miss Satina. How are you all? Hi, ladies.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Good topic. Why are black men afraid of marriage? I want to propose a question to the whole panel, and anyone can jump in. When we think of marriage, what really is it? It's a commitment. So the question I want to propose to you first, Sherika, is what is commitment to the black man?
Ooh,
that's a good question.
Lord,
that is a very good question.
I need to ask the producer that or Roger or somebody.
Roger,
I mean, I would think that what I think commitment is for me. I can't speak for a black man in that, but to me, I believe it's someone that hears me, see me, that wants to get to know me so they can be committed to me, not just like surface, but actually court me, like they said, and get to know me so that they can learn to be committed to me, loyal. When I went to school, I was committed to getting my degree. So before I signed up, I knew what I was getting myself into. And I think when you're in a dating phase, that's what you should be learning if you're not moving too fast. And so you're learning the person so you can say, okay, this is something that I want to commit to, and not to say in the dating phase that you're going to find out every single thing, because you're not. But I think along the way, as you grow with each other, you're going to. So that's for me. I can't speak on the man. I don't know what commitment is to him.
Right.
That's good, Sherika, and you're going exactly where I want to go. And Miss G, I want to ask that same question as a woman. Since men are afraid of marriage, which is a commitment, what is commitment from your point of view?
I really don't care about commitment, honestly. I don't want nobody to commit to me. I want them to be freely able to do whatever they want to do. Now, if you want to, like Roger said, cooperate with me and we can do our thing, however long we gonna do our thing, then that's what it is to me, because I don't expect anybody to commit themselves to me. I don't even want
Oh, you already know, Miss G. But before we go, before we go, we gonna say hold on. Let's just say my girl had a baby girl, a healthy baby girl. So congrats to Venus.
Yay!
Venus,
yay!
Is the host. The host is what the most is of this show. So congratulations, darling, to your healthy baby girl. Congrats.
Good.
All right, so go ahead and
you know what? Okay, so I appreciate your response, Miss G, and I appreciate your response, Sherika, because I talked to two different gentlemen that are afraid of marriage. One is 34 and one is 56. The 34-year-old is afraid because of what Sam said about the commitment side, that women can be sneaky, and he doesn't want to be hurt. He's been in a relationship with her for over 2 years. They gel really good together. They in sync. They communicate, and all the things that were spoken on the show. However, they are already married according to biblical terms because they already had sex. But the actual paper, he's afraid to do because of what he sees and the rhythm that they have each other. So I say to him that it's a God trust thing. And what I mean by that is he has to learn to trust God, because whether you get the paper on one side or you don't, it still have to trust God for what's coming next and not try to figure it out.
Right.
The 54-year-old, yes, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask before you go to the 54-year-old. Did you ask him?
Okay, go ahead.
Since he feel like that, does she want to be married to him on paper?
He wants to be married to her. He does.
He does, but he's afraid.
Yes, but he's afraid. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since he
and so
did you
go ahead.
Did you ask him like what's his next step? Like, is he gonna just keep going the way he's going, or what? Or is he gonna keep wasting her time and his time if they're not going to get the paper? Or are they okay without getting the paper?
No, he's gonna marry. He's going to marry her. But the thing is the fear is because he's already admitted that, you know, if things is out of his control, that if she's gonna cheat, she's gonna cheat. That's out of his control. He just got to trust what he does right and trust God with his relationship by himself with her. So that's the 34-year-old. Okay. And the 54-year-old said, which was really strange, is like that black women ain't down like they used to be. Not per se, like if a woman that he meets, she can be on a level financially with him, but if something breaks down because they met on a higher level, does she have good enough sense to be able to hustle so they can get back up or still be in love when she split? That's why he said he was scared.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Ms. G, I appreciate your response because the commitment should be to self and whoever the higher power is, so that when two people get together, they have already committed to self and their higher power, so they know how to commit in a loving relationship of respect. So that's all I have to say.
And you was like, I got a question for the ladies on the panel, but you only asked two of us. But okay. No, I'm just messing.
Okay, I got one more.
I'm just messing with you. You know, I'm just messing with you. You know.
No, because you guys have different dynamics. Yeah, I know that Tam is on a healthy and a spiritual side. I know if I talk to Ms. G, she's gonna come raw and Bridget, you know, and I know if I talk to you, you're gonna put it practical, so you know there it is.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
God bless you, ladies. Have a great evening. Good talk. You're welcome.
You said you wanted to.
All right, bye-bye.
No, I wanted to respond to that in regards to commitment.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I just wanted to say that I think you commit to what the need is of the person. Mm-hmm. Like, and the only way you can commit to that is by learning what the person's need is, right?
And learning them, right? And then learning them and what their need is. Now you put yourself in position to ask, do I even have what it takes to give him what he needs, right? What's the goal, the mission, and the vision of this relationship? Do I have what it takes to give, what it takes for this man, or the man to give for the woman, you know? So we have to be mindful of that. Yeah.
Everybody's commitment is different.
And that's why I said, when you're in a dating phase, and for me, when I'm learning this person and they're learning me, I'm sure they sitting there and they're like, oh yeah, I can do this. No, I can't do this. Yeah. She ain't gonna work. He ain't gonna work, and because they're learning you, and that's
absolutely.
And I'm not gonna be able to provide that. Thing. Right? It's not
because
it's somebody. Yeah, and Tam, I thank you for that input because it definitely commitment is individual. Absolutely. It's up and personal, and everybody commits different, but the commitment is by the person in the present. Of what the need is. Thank you, ladies. Okay. You guys enjoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate it. All right. All you know is what?
I'm destiny shocked because I want to cater to my man. Okay.
Listen,
I want to cater. I want to submit. I want to cook and clean for him. Listen, I want to rub his goddamn feet when he come home. I want to do all those things.
I do too.
I want to
because I'm an affectionate person.
I'm very affectionate.
My love language is physical touch.
But your love language changed.
Affirmation. No, it don't. My love language has been the same almost all of my life.
But I mean, when I say change, so when I say about love language, I think we have to just be bilingual. You know what I'm saying? Because throughout the day, depending on what's going on, you may need more of this than you did that in the morning or in the evening.
But there's an order for it. That's why there's 5. So at the top of my list is physical touch, because guess what? If I had a bad day, I want to come home and be held by my man.
And he got to be able to know that.
And he has, and if he knows me, then he's gonna know that. Oh, she needs a hug today.
Right.
That's why
she needs me to rub her head.
When you're communicating, if you gotta
that's getting to know someone.
Yes. And that's why
and that's someone that's really listening to you.
If he not listening,
right?
Because I can say it. Yeah. But did he listen?
But did he hear
and take heed to it?
Or did he just listen to respond?
And that stood out.
Absolutely, and that's different. And so I wrote a book called The Marriage Policies and Procedures. And one of the chapters is being a teacher and a student. We must always be a teacher and a student. Be willing to teach who you are.
Absolutely. I'm always willing to learn.
And who he is or she is and who they're becoming, right? You have to be available for that.
Right. So before we go on here wrap this up. Oh, this was a good little topic. Okay, yeah.
This was good.
Okay, so any last things y'all want to leave for the audience, for the viewers that's going to watch the replay about why are black men afraid to be married? Or are they?
I don't think they're afraid.
I don't think they are.
I think they're cautious. I think that they want to take their time and make sure that they're not jumping into something that they will regret. You know? I think men, just like women, sometimes want to take their time and really get to know a person. Just because you get with a man and somebody say, oh, he been dating you for X amount of time, y'all should be married. People shouldn't allow a person to put a timetable on when you should marry a person.
Okay,
because
I was just about to ask that. So do you date a person for 10 years like the man just did?
I did.
Like Noel Jones just did the lady.
I mean,
how long was they dating? Then he and then he said
it's up to you.
When he
though.
stood up there, he said, "Now I'm ready." Like
that's a narcissist.
Like I was just like, oh wow, but yeah. So I hear you. Okay, I'm sorry I cut you off. Go ahead.
Where was I?
I'm sorry. I did a Venus.
Don't do that.
I just had to mess with Venus. You said it's their time. That's where you kind of left. Let them choose.
Oh, yeah. You can't tell people when it's time, or you guys should be married by now. Y'all been dating for X amount of years. You can't really say when a person should know someone. Or
okay. All right.
There's always some more things to learn about people.
You know, but do you just keep
you can't? Some men can meet a woman and be like, she's gonna be my wife. Because my pastor used to say it. A man can tell you, if that's a woman he wants to marry when he approaches her, when he meets her. You know, so I don't know.
Well,
I want to be married one day.
I'm gonna tell you, I want to be married too.
I'm going to be married one day, and I'm going to be submissive.
And
you gonna be submissive?
I'm gonna be submissive.
All that, but I'm not finna wait 28 years for you to say I do.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not gonna wait for you to get on stage and be like,
I'm finally ready. I'm gonna let.
I'm not gonna be 28.
I'm gonna let my Ferrari go, nigga. I will burn this Ferrari up. Are you serious? You didn't want to marry me because you didn't want to let your Ferrari go?
Oh God.
That was a cop out to me, and I think. Only reason why he got married is because the bishop of the church kept saying to him, you are 28 years with this same woman. Every Sunday y'all come in this church 28? Together and y'all ain't married, and he's a man of the cloth. 28 years.
Oh, y'all was already married by
law.
Oh,
okay. I'm talking about Bishop. I'm not waiting on no. I'm talking about Bishop Noel Jones, honey. He's a man of the cloth, and he waited damn near 30 years. And she waited. It wasn't her. It wasn't him.
Yeah, it was.
She waited.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, baby. Like I said in the comments last night, I'd have find the dinky to somebody. You know, I can't wait for you to make up your mind. You should know after a few years.
Yeah,
I'll give you 7.
I agree.
Ooh, you know what I'm saying? That's a long time, but that's enough time for me and you to get to know each other. Now, I've always said that the man that I marry, we gonna spend every single day of our lives together, getting to know one another. Because it takes a lifetime to get to know somebody for real. So if we're going to be in this together, then every day I'm going to learn something new about you. Absolutely. And you're going to learn something new about me.
Right.
But that's something that we have to
that's why you're
come
agreeing.
to an agreement together.
Mm-hmm.
That's that cooperation.
Yeah.
Cooperate.
We're
cooperating.
We're cooperating.
That we are going to learn something else after we
day.
enter into this union.
Yeah, you have to learn
I'm with that.
your person every day. It don't stop because you said I do.
Right, because if you keep serving the need of when y'all said I do,
right.
You're gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose it.
You have to continue to do that. It's a
grow.
continuous growth cycle, including in the marriage. You have to grow
Right.
in that marriage. You don't
Absolutely.
just get married and say, "Okay, we
This
married
is
and
it.
then that's it." No,
Right.
So,
and that's what a lot of people are saying. So Tam, before we wrap it up,
I'd say because somebody said earlier that we were putting women in a box, but if we look at
I was thinking that when we said that. I literally was thinking about that.
In a box. We're saying why are black men? So that's
Right.
saying just black men as a whole. But I know there's not every black man is
I
afraid
know
to be.
a few men that are married.
I know quite a few, and I know some that aren't married, but they aren't afraid to be married.
Right.
They are afraid, or they don't want to get into something with the wrong person.
And I think that's both men and women.
Yeah. That's
but
men and women, right? And that's okay.
Yeah,
It's
so
okay.
I wouldn't say that they're afraid, but I would say that a lot of men probably feel that they don't even need to be married because, to what Shelby just said, they're dating women that are allowing them to be in this relationship for 7+ years, 8 years, and not get married. So
And
they're getting everything already. They already live
getting
together.
wife.
They're already.
Yes.
So why do I need to put a ring on it?
Absolutely.
You know, so it's not necessarily like I'm afraid. It's just like, you know, they used to say whatever that saying was. My grandma used to say, why buy the cow? What is it? When you get the milk free, I don't know, but yeah. So I think a lot of that plays a part. So I wouldn't say that they are necessarily afraid, and some may be, you know. And our caller said, she had the 34-year-old that said he was afraid because of women are sneaky.
But he wants to do it.
But he's just afraid
So
to
what do
take
you
that
do?
step.
You put
Right, and that's
yourself
why I asked.
in the midst of healthy.
And you got
sorry, Miss G. Healthy marriages and relationships where you can learn from, where you can glean, right? You don't just stay around the same folks that's been showing you the opposite of what healthy is.
Exactly.
Right.
And then it's kind of like you step out on faith. You're stepping out on faith. It's like the same when you start a business. It's like, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to do it. So I don't know, but I know I've been with this person.
You know what? A great analogy to that, job interview. We go to an interview, you know what we provide them? We provide them a resume, and we look good on paper, but it's not until we experience if they can really do the things that are listed on that resume where we say, okay, on the evaluation, that yearly evaluation, I get to say true, or nah, that was good on paper, but she didn't or he didn't really perform according to what he or she said or what his references said. So it's a leap of faith that we have to take at all times. Nothing is always guaranteed. Nothing. Even after you say I do, things are going to change.
Yeah, they are.
The question is, how committed are you to?
Yeah, I'm not doing that, Erica, at all. Erica said people get married just to be married. Hell no.
It's a hard no for me.
That's out. It's a hard no. And so, Miss G,
are they happily married?
Yeah, are they? And that's the thing. They're getting, like Erica said, they're getting married just to be married. We were just talking about that
on
our way here about some that are married and not happy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
just
them
to be
too.
getting married.
They just married.
Yeah, so Miss G, you got anything to end before we go on and close this good thing out? We thank you all for the comments, topics. Don't forget to like, share, comment, tell a friend about us because we will be on next week. But go ahead and Miss G and let us know.
Like I said, I seen that Derek called in and skipped over the gay portion and the trans portion and got to talking right about this is what I'm talking about. This is why they afraid because they can't marry who they really want to marry. Those are the ones that's afraid, if you ask me, is the ones they can't marry who they really want to marry. And it might be another man or a trans woman.
That's the truth. I agree.
That's all I'm going to say.
I agree. Those are the ones that I think are afraid. So when we talk about the ones that are afraid, those are the ones that I think are afraid.
They in the closet and scared to come out.
Right. They don't want to Cindy Lauper it and let their color show.
Roger Running said, access to easy women have made men that have their stuff together less likely to get married because all the women want them. They have all the options, not the short guy that works at Walmart. Yeah, the short guys be mad. That's probably what they're mad. So we do have an upcoming show next Wednesday, August 3rd. We got a $200 giveaway. So y'all make sure y'all listening. You got to listen and stay through the whole show so you can get that $200, okay? Don't be trying to get in and do a comment and think we giving you $200. No, it do not work like that. You're going to have to like, share, comment, tell a friend, do all that, and still be here at the end to get that money, okay? And we do really be giving people that moolah. It ain't no we just saying that so y'all can come on and listen. It really be for real, okay? And so yeah, that's it. I'm Sherika Nicole, owner of Hung Up Boutique. Oh, and I got a speaking engagement this Saturday. So if y'all in LA and you want to come, I am giving away a ticket. So you can DM me at Hung Up Boutique. And I will go ahead and send you the information so that you can get that free ticket to attend. It is a women's empowerment event. Okay, so go ahead and let them know who you are and how they can find you, Miss Shelby.
Don't look for me.
Okay, she said don't look for her, but that's Miss Shelby.
But if you find me, then you were meant to find me.
She said she'll watch out of that. All right, Tam.
So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook under Make It Rise, RISE, or my website, tamarajohnson.net.
And you said you wrote a book. Is it on Amazon?
I wrote 4 books.
Oh, yes. 4. Okay.
Hello.
Check me.
All of
Not
them.
a book,
I
but
need
4.
all of them.
Hold up, Sherika. Get it
They
correct.
are all on Amazon. Yes,
Okay. Okay. So y'all go on Amazon. What's the name of one? So, or is it your name? Tell me your full name so if they do go on Amazon to purchase a book so they can know.
So my name is Tamora Johnson, Tamora Johnson, common spelling. The first one is Marriage Policies and Procedures. Mm-hmm. The second 2 is Life After Divorce.
Okay.
And then the other one is I just have a brain fart. It's an anthology. Look me up.
Look her up. All right, Tracy, go on and tell them how they can find you.
Facebook, Tracy Josie, my name. TracyJossey. Instagram, Tracy.Josie.
Okay. All right. And y'all make sure y'all follow Why Are You Still Single on Instagram. Not the why, but the you still single. Okay. So thank you very much, y'all, for tuning in. We appreciate all the comments. We hope y'all shared. And all of those call-ins, we thank you. We thank you for the super chats. We thank you for the cash apps. We thank you for it all. We appreciate you all, especially those. Not to the first time, we not trying to say anything, but those that be tapping in every week with us, coming with them comments, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. See y'all next week, and we out.
Black boy joy, she wanna see